Hello everybody, I wanted to make a quick video for you about a subject that some of you have asked about and I'm sure many of you have wondered about, and it is, what's the deal with all those masks? Well, these masks are of course to help prevent illness and help the spread of illness. It's very common, extremely ubiquitous here in Japan to see these masks absolutely everywhere. So in my school of about 1,200 kids and 100 staff, I would say at any given time about 10% of the population is wearing a mask. So even more so right now because there's been quite a few people coming down with influenza in my school. So it's of course number one to prevent you from spreading any of your germs to other people through coughing and sneezing and stuff, keeping it behind your mask. Number two is to prevent you as a healthy person taking in anybody else's germs. Another reason a teacher recently told me was that you would wear this when you're sick is because you're getting warm, moist air coming back at you from the mask, and it's better for your throat than breathing a little bit cooler air. So while that's true, they're still a little bit hard to breathe. Sometimes you'll see them wearing them down like this if they need a break or they need to eat or they need to talk. I have a lot of students talk to me through them, which is a little bit harder to understand them. So it's very common in Asian cultures to see this, and it's just not something real common in Western culture that you see people wearing masks like this, maybe unless not outside of a hospital. So part of the reason that it's so huge in Japanese culture is because of a few things that happened in the 20th century here in Japan, some different illness outbreaks and different natural disasters that put a lot of pollution and germs and such into the air. And being as this country is very populated, they were trying to prevent a lot of spread of illness and breathing in bad air. So another reason that I think it could be so big in this culture that I've recently been learning is there is some things taken from a Chinese religion of Taoism, and it's that in health, according to those thoughts, breathing is a very big element of health, so the air coming in and out of you. So whereas that's not a huge thing that we've taken on in American culture, because any religious views that way, maybe we don't see the importance of wearing the masks. So I've worn a mask once, and it was just to actually go back and forth to school on a cold day, because going on the thought that my teacher told me that it's warm air, I was like, oh, maybe this will keep my face warm as I walk to school on this snowy day, and it did, but they're hard to breathe through, so I don't wear them. I just don't feel, I don't know, they feel kind of silly. So, but it's very common here. And another reason that sometimes you see a lot of teenagers, young adults wear them is because they're trying to create a barrier between themselves and the world, and it inhibits communication so that they don't have to communicate with people. You see a lot of young people with headphones, mask, and they're buried into their cell phone because they don't want to communicate with the people around them. So I had another teacher friend tell me that once he had a student that wore a mask every single day, whether she was ill or not, and he never saw her real face, and it's because she was very shy and didn't want to communicate in English class. So that's about it. Those are the lovely masks that you see everywhere in Japan. If you have any more questions about the mask specifically, feel free to leave them for me in the comments, or if you have any other questions or issues, comments, things you'd like to know more about, let me know. I'd love to try and make you more videos like this. So now I'm nice and healthy. I will see you guys soon. Bye.